really good stuff. And if you ever watch one of our episodes called The Vegan Guy, watch that one. And he does, his demos is incredible.
For what?
For his collie stuff.
He uses a pendulum for his
uses
footwork. He uses it
Yeah.
for stick work.
Yeah.
And he still does Zoom classes. He's got sometimes like 30, 35 different students on his screen.
All over the world.
And they all have the pendulum. So he has a reference point. So
Yeah.
it makes it, the physicality is able to transfer on camera.
Yeah.
So he does some pretty cool stuff. And that dude can move. And he's a tiny little ninja.
Yeah, little ninja. He's probably about 3 inches taller than Yoda. He's about
And
the
about
same
the
age.
same age.
Same age. We're quoting from him.
Yeah, that's on him. That's what he said, people. That's what he said. We're not bad.
But
mouthing him.
he's
a
super
wonderful
chill guy. Real super nice guy.
No,
Very,
I mean,
very
but he
cool.
looks menacing as hell. Like, same
Yeah, he
thing.
does
I
look
met him
scary.
outside.
Yeah.
He has his bags on. He's got his hat.
Yeah.
He's got his hoodie on, and he's walking. And the way he's walking, I'm like, damn, who's that guy? Oh, wait, that's our guest. He looks scary to me. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
if I
he
wanna
is.
talk
He
to
has
him.
that look about it.
Yeah.
Then when you start talking, he's a real chill guy. Real
Super
cool.
smart.
Super smart.
Super smart. Been a vegan for over 20 years.
Wow.
Even
that's
before
cool.
vegan was anything.
His family had a vegan catering service long before vegan was the thing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Filipino vegan, can you imagine?
I know.
It's like, wait a minute,
That
we don't
doesn't-
cook that
pork.
way.
Yeah.
Pork.
Where's the pork and the,
The
you know,
fat.
Yeah.
Grease.
That's really cool.
Now I want lumpia.
I'm sure there's vegan lumpia.
There is. Actually, there's a vegan place. Anyways,
Let me,
we're getting
let me
off
ask you
topic.
this, because going back to what we do as far as our system, right?
Yeah.
And you hadn't been here in a while. You caught on right away. Did you notice anything different that we were doing now than what we did back then? Or was it all still very familiar, the very same thing?
It's different. I think before, like, you got to say from point A to point B. Before there was a couple stops in between. Now it's so distilled that it's from point A to point B. It's a straight line. It's a straight line.
Because in his
Yeah.
colleague, in his Nain shorts,
Yeah.
he talks about point A and point B, and you're right, it has changed that. Why do you need to do the extra stuff
Yeah.
when you can be so much more direct?
Yeah.
And what I saw you do, and that's why I brought it up, because what I saw you do today, not just in what you kicked me, but the other stuff that you're trying out. When I showed you new ideas, like and you were going, and you were just going directly, almost for the kill,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what did she see that was different? That all of a sudden she started moving like this.
I think
mean, it was impressive. I was like, wow.
Yeah, so the one concept that sticks with me the most, I think, is how to weaponize a movement. And so when we're talking about, you have this arsenal of all of these concepts, techniques, drills, pieces that you learn. The idea of weaponizing a movement allows you to kind of go into that arsenal a lot quicker.
Wow.
Because you have movement.
Thank you,
and then-
Danny.
Thank you, Uncle Danny.
You Jack. Hey.
What? Those are
Yeah.
literally his words.
Yes.
Weaponize the motion.
Yeah,
But the way you were able to do it, just boom.
yeah.
Even after a long period of being
Yeah.
gone, and she was just throwing stuff at me. I'm like, nice.
It's like she was sitting back for about a year. She gets up. All right, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, and just went right into it. Yeah, I mean, and that's why it was really cool to see that, because even after all this time, I didn't think you lost a step.
Nope.
Really?
She actually gained a few.
Yeah, it actually looked real. I was like, oh shit.
Well, I think it
It's all
stands to
still
the
there.
reason with her personal growth that she was talking about. She spent a lot of time with herself and really getting in her own mind, and getting out of her own mind. and
Yeah.
Getting out of her own way. That it really goes to show that the way you go about anything really changes the result. Here you
Yeah.
came in more relaxed, less anxious. You took in and internalized the ideas, and everything that you've known up until this point just came to you. You don't know how, but because you were in a relaxed state, your brain did it for you.
Yeah.
You know what else I saw, and this is gonna make you laugh, and you're gonna say, oh yeah, you're right. She acted like a senior student. You know what I mean? Did you just notice that?
No, but
I don't want to say the words that you said I would say, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, right.
You're
She
not
came
wrong.
in, head high,
Yeah.
doing it systematically, and people are like, they were watching her.
They were.
Right? They were
Yeah,
all like,
yeah.
oh, senior student, Ate, right? Ate is playing. Let's get, right? Because, I mean, the
we
way
bow to her, too?
the way Dion was looking at it like, oh my God, I get to play
that's
with Risa.
right, yeah.
Right? I was like, this is cool. You
Yeah.
didn't notice that? I pay attention to everything. But even, like you said, even Mandy, even though she didn't see, she was like, where's Risa, I mean, the kid, he was like,
He was like,
oh,
"Ooh,
yeah, who's that? Yeah, but the way you carried yourself in class, I was like, okay, so you act like a senior student, and I love that because you didn't lose your place. You still came in and you knew your structures. You knew the way you were doing stuff, and you were like looking at it. I could see it running in your head. Then we went to execute. I was like, okay, cool. So you thought it through. I was like, okay, she's not just trying to remember. She actually has it. She's just trying to focus on, oh, what do I want to do this time?
Didn't come up with a single excuse to say, oh, I haven't done this, I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, and she just went right into it. She just jumped right in as if she hadn't been gone.
Yeah.
That's what was so impressive. I was like, yeah, this is going to be cool. And that's why I got so excited. I was like, dude, isn't this fun? And she's like, yeah, this is great. She was just having a blast. I'm like, whoa. I was
Rick's
like,
just happy to have somebody else that understands what the hell he's talking about.
yeah. I really, dude, to have to break it down to everybody and get them to try to,
Yeah.
and you just fell right in. I'm like,
Yeah, and you're like, oh, wait, I didn't have to
Yeah.
say anything
She
else?
actually got very excited when she started, oh, I can do it. Like, yes. And then she started to just have fun. Like,
Yeah.
cool.
Well, because isn't that what it's about? Like, why do you do the things that you do?
Yeah, have fun. It's not fun when you feel a lot of pressuring and anxiety. So that's why I think it's able to come out a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I saw.
Yeah.
That's why I was so tickled by it. I was like, this is awesome.
Although I will say, just to play kind of devil's advocate on the other side, a degree of focus is definitely necessary to achieve certain things.
Yes. Yeah.
But again, the way that you focus.
Yeah.
Do you focus by giving yourself these stringent, oh, by this time I have to do this, by this time I have to do this? Sure, you can get a lot done, but you also probably suffer a heart attack at 30. Trade off, or
Right.
you come in, relax, and have fun.
Yeah.
Now, let me switch the conversation just a little bit. Risa was also very responsible for what we used to do in the past, and that was the rape prevention classes, right? And she became a very positive note in the classes that we've done in the past, because to have the female instructor get in there,
Right.
and I used to do it when she came in, everybody was like, oh, she's awesome, and they gave her so much praise. And as a matter of fact, when we were talking earlier, she wanted to talk about getting back into doing these classes, and we're definitely going to work on that. So if you're interested out there,
Yeah. Any
she-
group of girls, we don't want to get it too big. Anything
Yeah.
from 6 to 12.
6 to 10.
6 to 10
yeah,
is
6 to 10
probably a good.
students.
Yeah. And let us know. It's not something that we charge for. It's
Yeah.
it's something we want to do because information's important, and this girl's awesome.
Yeah, she scares a lot of our guy students.
Yeah, so when I first started Kali, I was very timid, and when I moved up to the Bay from SoCal, I had no contacts. I don't have any family up here, not that many friends, and I moved in between Daly City and Mission, so it's like kind of a little cutty area.
Yeah, sketchy with people in my color.
Yeah, so I've been followed before into my house. I'm sure every female has a story like that, but I mean, you don't need Kali to feel empowered. So I think that rape prevention, even just practicing awareness, this sort of content can empower other people who have that personality type that I used to have, and so that you can walk with a little bit more confidence. You don't feel as anxious when you're in a new setting. At least I'm talking to the females who's ever watching this video, and I want to give that to like my community as well.
And then we don't want to exclude the males too, because a lot of rape victims are males, and they just get reported even less than females.
Yes.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, and
Is the
secondly, women aren't the only ones that felt that way. I started doing this because I'd walk around paranoid and scared in the
Yeah.
street. I wouldn't go down a dark street because I'd get nervous.
Yeah.
If something happened while I'm driving, a big bang, I would start shaking. I'd have anxiety. I'd have panic attacks. So it's for a lot of people, but I definitely agree with you in the sense that we definitely need to empower a lot more women. because that's going to drive the way that also women who become moms empower their children.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
going to help everybody in the long run.
Yeah.
Hey, what are your thoughts on the Asian hate thing? You know, you being Asian as I am. Did
In
you
case you didn't know.
Did you come across any of those things, especially in San Jose? I mean,
Not personally, but I've seen stuff in the media, like in San Francisco, and it's really like heartbreaking to see, especially with our elders.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Yeah, because I still don't get why the elders would be the the thing.
yeah. I can't fathom or even think of. Yeah. There's no
It
why.
drives me crazy when I
Yeah,
see that.
Yeah.
The-
But you guys are doing.
We do
hold
seminars,
seminars, yeah.
and we've gotten a lot of the Bay Area schools to jump in, and a lot of them answered the call. We were like so happy. We were like,
Oh, that's
know,
cool.
to hear, Mel Aprilia up in Vallejo, in Santa Clara, we had the guys from High Impact.
yeah.
People are just saying, yeah, we got you. You know, the guy in
Yeah.
Santa Clara, Charlie Smith. So all these people said, yeah, we're in, and that was just so heartwarming. We're like, wow, cool. You know, this group of people just jumped in and said, yeah, we'll help you. What do you need? You know, I'm like, awesome. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Did you notice any decrease in hate crimes,
Um,
or is there less
you know,
coverage?
Less coverage because of the way the pandemic, and now because of the thing going on in
Politics.
Afghanistan
Yeah.
and all these other things. It takes, and you hate to say this, but it's taken a back seat to all the things that are going on, but it's still there. I mean,
Yeah.
very much still alive. And, we have to do our, be diligent in what we see and what we do, because when we see it,
Yeah.
a lot of people are still just picking up their phone and just watching it, when they could just put the phone down and jump in and help.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it drives me crazy when I see that. You have 20 visions of this, camera of this thing,
When it could have
but
taken
none of
one.
these 20 people just put the phone down and jump in and help.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad. I'm like, you freaking idiots. What are you doing? Help and jump in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, society has got to change as a whole, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true. You never think you watch the stream, but the first, at least typically, the first thought isn't like, who is filming this, and
Yeah.
how come they're not helping?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's usually like, oh, that's terrible. That's happening. Oh, like I hope it'll stop.
There's a
Yeah.
plausible explanation to all that, and that's that we might already be in a dystopian type of society where we're just seeing various forms of discrimination and hate towards minorities,
Yeah.
those in lower class, and it's a
And
sad
it's-
idea, but
Yeah, and it's not
It's-
even a justification for it.
oh
I
no,
mean, it's just-
no, there's
it
no
just
reason
is.
for it.
Yeah,
It just
it
is.
And that's the part that I've always hated about it, and that's why I took a stand and tried to get people involved and say, hey, let's do something with this. We put it on our show. We actually did the whole seminar and put that as a colleague conversation.
Oh, that's cool.
It was, yeah, if you get a chance, watch that. It got a lot of response. People liked the idea that they didn't have to go somewhere to see
Right.
the seminar.
Yeah.
And we videoed the whole thing and just broadcast it.
And then
Yeah.
talking to people like Leanne and Louie,
That's very
who
cool.
who are out there, marching and
Every day.
organizing
All
every
day
day down in Chinatown. I mean, great people. If you guys, at the very least, go and support them. What is it, UPC?
UPC.
Yeah, United Peace Collaborative. Look them up, and if you can help spread the word or donate. I mean,
Yes, donate for
you
sure.
if you have the time, join
These people
them.
are all volunteers. They don't get paid for anything they
Nothing.
do, but they're out
Nothing.
and day in, day out, patrolling Chinatown.
Patrolling Chinatown.
They actually moved up to Santa Clara and Daly City area.
Oh, no way.
They've
They
been
spread out?
Yeah, they've been spreading out.
Wow.
That's very cool.
So stuff like that, and it's little things that we do, but like you're absolutely right, Risa, when you said that it starts with awareness.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see the problem, then how are you going to fix it?
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this: you ready for doing some demos? Because our shows are full of demos. At the end of the session conversation, we do demos.
A
So,
demo.
just whatever you want to do. You can do the rape prevention stuff.
Yeah.
Some ideas of that, and we can knock Naeem down a bunch of times.
Yeah,
It'll be
well,
fun.
who doesn't
I'll
love
get a kick
seeing
out of
me
it.
getting knocked down?
All right, folks, that's what we're gonna do
Okay.
next. So stand by. We're gonna reset the scene
Reset,
here,
we'll get back
and
to
let
it.
us know what you thought of this
Thanks,
setup
guys.
here. I think this is
Oh
kinda
yeah,
cool.
this is kind of fun.
A lot
This
more
is interesting.
relaxed without a table in front of us. So we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. We got everything set up. So right now, for this demo section of our video, Reese is going to be doing some of the stuff that she did on the rape prevention class that she gives out. Again, if you are interested in having us come out, we will come to you, or you can come to us over here at South San Francisco, 387
Grand Avenue.
Grand Avenue, and Physique Magnifique. So please join us if you want. Leave a message or give us a call outright. Either way, and we'll take care of you guys.
Yeah.
So, anyways, have fun. Don't try to hurt him too much because he's got to go meet his girlfriend's parents. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Teach him some moves in case one of the brother-in-law doesn't like him.
Yeah, technically, if you just knock me out, it's a great excuse to make it.
There you go. So he doesn't-
We can do this another day.
I'm in the hospital. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, you guys have fun.
It's terrible. All right, so we're talking about the rape prevention class. It is something that I think is dear to our heart. I mean, I know you have personal stake in it as well, but what is it that we really want to get across in these classes? What is the message?
Yes. So if you think about the timeline of this class, it's for about 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're teaching you how to murder someone. If say you were in this unfortunate situation. What we want the people who are taking the seminar to walk away with is awareness and just a little bit of certain movements that they can practice at home if they were in a certain situation.
Okay.
But awareness is key. A lot of this stuff can be avoided if, so in order for someone to contact with you, they have to be within range. But with awareness, if you could see someone from far away who may look a little shady, that could be avoided,
Right.
right?
Yeah, that makes sense. But it,
Yeah.
it seems like nowadays there's so many people that are like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you get away from that? How do you stop yourself from being so enthralled in something or being so worried about getting something? You totally miss all the signs.
I mean, that's with awareness. I think if you,
Are you guys kind of...
the frame of mind is very important whenever you leave the house. Of course, you
Okay.
shouldn't have to be scared and hold this anxiety that this may happen to you at any given moment. But you should carry that awareness that there may be a slight percent chance that you could be a victim.
So that's
So
why
if
we
you-
talk about a lot of information, a lot of
Yes.
Okay.
So there's little things that you can do just to be aware for your own safety. So I know that it's easy to get absorbed into your phone, but it does take you away from understanding your surrounding context. So if the person is not paying attention to their surroundings, then might not be able to see someone that's coming in close that's looking at you, or someone in the distance that may seem like they're watching people. Right. Or maybe there's a certain area that's really dark that could have been avoided, stuff like that.
But it's almost like it's like when we cross the street, we know instinctively you look left, you look right,
Yeah.
you look left again, right? Because you don't want to get hit by a car,
Yeah.
because that's a danger. It almost seems like we forget to do that when we're not crossing the street, like when we're on a sidewalk or when we're leaving our house or our work
Yeah.
or walking through a parking lot, because isn't that where the dangers are?
Exactly. So I mean, so when you drive a car, there's certain protocols that you follow to keep up the safety, right? You make sure that you don't bump into other cars.
Right.
You turn at an intersection. You wait. You scan to see like who may turn right or left. You don't go into the intersection.
Yeah, you just don't blindly go, ah!
Exactly, right? So same thing, when you're getting from point A to point B destination, you should have that in the back of your mind.
Oh, that's a good
Little
idea.
things that can help with being aware of your surroundings, using your